Kia ora whānau, welcome to Journey with Us. I know it's been a long time. I've just been sorting out some personal problems and things going on within the family. All sorted now, everything is all good. So here we go, I'm just winding up my back hose here, whānau. I used to set up gigs and winding up the long power loop lines was one of our jobs. So my auntie says, there's no excuse for me to have a ugly hose, which is fair enough. Always reminds me of her, so I make sure I do that. So daily routine, I am just feeding my backyard chickens. They are on a flow now, whānau, getting regular chickens each day. Some lay in the afternoon, some lay in the morning. But I normally get about, by the afternoon, about 6. I always leave one in each nesting box. Here we go. So chickens now know they're not allowed over the fence or near our dog as well, as our dog also ate a chicken. That's why our dog is on the chain. And they have segregated areas. He also knows that he's not allowed to do that anymore. But just for safety measures, so I don't have to worry, my chickens have their side and the dogs have their. The dog has his. So there's my clean chicken eggs. There's their favourite clean water filler. I am filling. So here's my chickens. They like to forage, even on rainy days. They like to have a forage. Best days to get out there and have a forage. So this is them whānau. That's why I'm starting to put their food in this black. Don't know where I got it from, but this black thing that I got that I put the food in now. Just to save the grass so it doesn't go all brown. That patch there is from their tent. So here we go. They got some oats there with some mashed eggshells in it. Still got to get that done, whānau. There also was some leftover pre-cooked meal. That was some leftover non-cooked rice there that was soaked yesterday. That's all that's left that you can see them eating. I also gave them some cooked rice this afternoon that you will see. So this is just one of my daily routines, whānau. Feeding my backyard chickens. As you can tell, look at their feathers, they're clean, they dust bath in their coop. They also like to get out in the rain and have a bit of a shower in the rain. See, there's our dog in his area. It's pretty stinky, so I gave that a wash out today. Gave him a wash too while I was at it. He broke one of his chains, whānau, his the blue strap, so he's back on the old one there. And I'm trying to get him to smile, and he won't. So from a different angle, here's my chickens. Eventually I want to get that couch in that back shed, but it's pretty full. So it is there. Getting wet, drying out for now. Well, that's us for now, whānau. I hope you enjoy. Back to the front yard. So here we go, whānau. They had a good water down my fruit trees. Don't they look wonderful, the two in the big black pots? You can't see my other orange tree as I prune that back. I do have little ones in there, but you can't see from afar. I hope everyone's enjoying their lovely Tuesday today. So here we go, giving these ones a water down. Nothing like a good water, good soaking. Especially while this weather's heating up. You know, some days I forget, but when I can, I enjoy watering my gardens. So if I do miss a hot day, you know, I don't feel as bad. So that's my olive tree that I am watering right now. In the corner, this is the mulberry bush that I also pruned back, starting to come back now. That's the mulberry that I eventually wanted to climb vertically up on that side of the fence. I have a couple Lebanese bongs there that I'm going to spray paint black and use as bird water feeders as well as honey feed water feeders. So everywhere you can see a bamboo stick whānau is a plant. Anywhere you can see a red strap is a zip tie. I tied down all of my fruit trees yesterday as it was pretty windy here in Melbourne. So that's another tip if you live in a windy area and you're also growing fruit trees. And you know, if they're not stable, I suggest you get a bamboo stick closest to the stem as you can and then tie it down with some zip ties to the fruit tree. So now that everything was tied down the day before, I can give it a good water down. So this is me pottering along in my front yard garden, which used to be all hay. First I did the groundwork. As you can see, there's no grass. So underneath here, underneath the hay, there's blankets, there's carpet runners, there's big carpets, you name it, cardboard. We've got it under here. Duvet blankets, old duvet blankets when we first moved in. That's all underneath here, whānau. All the pathways, eventually they will be covered with bark. Recycled bark mulch, that is the plan. So I want to get a half a trailer load and go from there. I also have garden beds pre-made. For now I'm just going to add cardboard in, the blankets and whatnot cushion you can see on the side that just suppresses down all my cardboard. See, so there's all the groundwork I'm talking about, all the hay that I laid down so the garden, the grass isn't coming up like you can see in the front footpath area. So if there's a footpath, that would have been it. So I'm just watering down my yucca. So kind of what I'm doing with the duvet blanket is kind of what I did for this whole yard, whānau. You wouldn't know it now, but it looked like that once upon a time, this whole yard. You know, I've been here just over a year and this is what I've managed to do. I haven't had grass. I do get the odd weed, and on a day like this when I'm watering the garden is a day I got a bit of time on my hands and I go along and I'll pull out all these little random weeds you see. You know, you see all this water and soil is going down onto the side of the tyre, which I eventually scoop out and scoop up kind of like a mountain over the bottom of the apple tree, just to keep the roots, you know, covered and not showing. And then I fill that up with hay. I think lucky the ground is made of hay, so I just shoved the hay around the sides, whānau, and I've already mountain raised up the soil, and then I just filled in the sides. Same with this lavender that I got for $4 and the second one. So tomorrow I got a big tomato plant, which I'm going to plant out in that tyre there that you can see that has no main plant. That's why. So I got a reduced clear tomato plant for $5, which will go in there. That'll be in tomorrow's video if you're looking at some ideas for your front yard garden. So that Thai is booming. You can see it's getting good water. The succulents in that one are starting to bloom. These ones here haven't quite started booming yet, but it's got good soil in there. I added hay. So here, this one here, the garlic is going really well. Over there, there's a little bit more in there, so that needs extra water, so they can start looking big like the other ones. So that was just a piece of succulent I put in there, but it obviously likes it there, whānau, and it bloomed. That was the yucca that was in the second tire that I've transplanted out. It's also got roots. This is going to be the car tire that's going to be filled with soil, and Manaya will be picking the plants that go around her area. So I water from the top whānau so that it doesn't, bring the soil back down into the trench. This just helps it drip on down rather than push the soil down. So these gardens along here definitely clean. So I hope anyone that's doing front yard gardens, I hope this has helped you or inspired you to start a front yard garden. So yeah, my daughter broke that side of the swing part, which I needed to get rid of anyway because I do not have a baby. It's warming up here in Melbourne, so off goes to Jersey. So I used cat litter also in my garden's whānau, which is 99% recycled materials. So that's awesome. Instead of perlite, I like to use cat litter, which I will be which I have in my indoor plants. As a substitute, it's cheaper, it's good, it breaks down in the soil, it helps absorb moisture and hold it for the plant. So to me, it's a win-win whānau. And this is what I got organically, so as you can tell, I didn't put it together. So for me, this is a bit of a trial and error, but eventually, I get it. Takes a while, but I get there in the end, whānau. Doesn't make sense. Two can fit and the other ones aren't. I tried to look for any differences, but there wasn't. So I figured it was maybe just myself. But eventually I get there, whānau. Well, that's for me. That's me for now, whānau. I'm going to have a bit of a zip on my coffee. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any hints, tips available for me in my gardens, for the front yard, backyard, I'm happy and open to ideas. Let me know. Drop it in the comments below. And everybody have a great day. From me and my family, ka kite anō. Bye for now. Kia ora whānau. Now check that out. This is all the work that I could have been doing, but my chickens did it for me. Breaking down the soil. So over there in that big spot is where I want my piglets to go eventually. It's going to be my big freshwater pond there. I want to be able to go fishing in the backyard. It's still coming. Just covered up the hole over there, my compost hole. So these chickens can't flip it over like they have these gardens. So that's on the board tomorrow, whānau, doing up these back garden beds, just giving it a fork in. Tomorrow, if you're interested in doing something like that in your backyard, or you have gardens that you need to get in there and give them a bit of a breakdown, well, hopefully I'm the lady to get you motivated and inspired to get out there in your backyard and get digging, get some vegetables in there, fresh organic, straight out the backyard, in your dinner for the night. Nothing gets better and more simpler than that, whānau. To your backyard adventures, I hope my videos inspire